What? What is going on? No. No. No, 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 no. So many tickets. On the SOX application? I wonder what these users are complaining about. Whoa. Just look at what these tickets say. Half of the page is gone? The app doesn't work at all? Is this right? But let me refresh the page. Oh, there are even more tickets now. Just my luck. I had to be on call when this app blew up. And it looks like the users are complaining about everything. Hello. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Anyway, let me actually see what is happening with the application. I'm trying to open the app. It is actually broken for me too. I wonder if it's not the users, maybe the developers messed up something? And they say, developers, 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 developers? I can't figure this out on my own. I need to talk to someone. I could interrupt Tommy's lunch or wake Marcin up. And I think I wake Marcin up.
Yeah. Let's see. Jonathan's calling me? At this time? Seriously? This better be really, really, really important.
Hey dude, the SpringOne application is down. I've had a lot of customer tickets in the last few minutes.
Hey dude, you had to wake me up for that? Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yes, that was the first thing I did.
Wonderful. You deployed again on a Friday, didn't you?
I was hoping you would help me and not start a blame game.
Yeah. Let's see. We need to start somewhere. Let me SSH into the machine and see what's going on. We need to find the application's log files. Where do they actually keep their logs? I'll start by looking at the usual folders. Var logs. Nope, no logs here. Let's maybe check opt sox shop logs. Oh, here they are. And of course, these logs have already been rotated. I only see the last 10 minutes of logs.
Rotated? So do you mean the app logged too much and it replaced the older log files?
Yes, my friend. Looks like we'll have to use what we have. Let me open one of these files. It gets even better. These logs are horrible. It looks like production logging is in debug mode. Of course it is. Look at this. 1 to 3 in the logs. And SOC not found exception? Are you serious?
Well, if Tommy was here, he would ask us to look at the what's the
yeah, he would tell us what to do. But look at this cool ASCII art in the logs. I like their style. ASCII rocket on application start, ASCII scream on a stack trace. They even threw in a bonus Mona Lisa. Just look at the details on this rocket. Is it a free-stage rocket? These are developers with truly great taste.
I don't think we will get anywhere. I'll just page Tommy and see if he can join us.
Oh, hey, you both. Why the sad faces? What's up?
The SpringOne application is really slow. We have so many trouble tickets.
Okay. What have you found so far?
We found a SOC not found exception in the logs.
Okay, but that's a known issue. I see it right there in the logs. Please ignore me. What else have you found?
So we SSH'd into the machine. And then my friend Marcin found some really cool ASCII art.
Do you really interrupt my lunch to talk about ASCII art? Wait a minute. Did you just say that you SSH'd into a production machine? Production? You shouldn't even have access there. I guess I'll have to take a look myself.
Well, in these situations, I always think better to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. because YOLO, am I right?
Marcin, I'll deal with you later. And isn't it 4 a.m. for you anyways? Let's just figure this out. See, now what you could have done, rather than looking at the logs on the machine in production, you should have looked at the logs in our central logging system. So let's take a look here. If we look for recent error logs, yep, there's a bunch here. Unable to fetch socks error in the shop UI service. So let's take the trace ID from one of those and see if we can find any other error logs in any of our other services. Maybe we can find the root cause that way. Yep, okay, so searching for the error logs with this trace ID, I'm seeing an IO exception in the catalog service.
It's starting to look like this is a network problem between Shop UI and catalog service, right?
Yeah, right. But as we're troubleshooting any issue, you always want to take into consideration the context and the impact, so we can see how big the issue really is and if there are any other related problems.
Since we're using Spring Boot, can we use micrometer metrics for that?
Right, spot on. And we already have micrometer set up, so let's go visualize what we have there. All right, let me go to Tanzu Observability and check the dashboards. And when you're looking at the dashboards, always make sure that you're using the same time frame as the error you saw.
All these general parameters such as CPU, memory, throughput, they are looking okay, aren't they, Tommy?
Yeah, they're looking okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the service dashboard then. And it seems the shop UI service calls are slow, and there are some errors. And we can see the latency and the error rate. And from the logs, we saw that the catalog service was also impacted. So let's look at that in this dashboard too.
Is it the database latency? That looks bad.
Wow, look at that select query. It should not take that long. But I think we're gonna need some help because I have no idea about all these services. Let's see if Shavindri, our resident observability expert, is available.
Hey team! Good to see you, Marcin, Jonathan, Tommy. What's happening? You caught me just before my dinner.
Hey Shavindri, sorry to bother you at dinner time. Users are reporting issues with the SOX app. It's been slow and having errors. We see network-related exceptions in the logs, and latency metrics are really bad, but everything else seems completely fine. There's some issue between the shop UI and catalog service. What else do you think we could do, Shavindri?
Okay, that's a good start. For the next step, I want to open up latency analysis to see what's going on. Let me go to the Tanzu Observability homepage, and now to app status. This is what I like to call a bird's eye view of the system, or the application map view. It looks like there are quite a few services that make up this application. Looks like 10 or more components. This is typical though.
Yeah, and I see in the legend here, the ones marked in red, they are taking a long time to complete. My spidey sense tells me this is bad. Yes, Shavindri?
Absolutely, that is correct. I'll now click this dependency. The duration parameter is a large number. The latency does seem really high. Since the application has Spring Cloud Sleuth on the class path, we have distributed tracing. I get to those by clicking the traces hyperlink, right here.
If I remember correctly, a trace shows us how a request propagates from one microservice to the next in a distributed application, right?
Full points, Jonathan. Okay, let me take one specific trace and see this distributed trace in Tanzu Observability. Oh, these circles with the exclamation mark?
Oh, I know. An exclamation mark means that the app is working better than the usual, isn't it?
No, it means there might be something wrong with the latency. Let's order by longest first to see the traces with the worst latency. Okay, the shop UI is timing out on catalog service. And this leads us to the root cause of your latency. It seems the issue is specifically with the catalog select query, as it takes a long time to complete and cause errors.
Is it possible to click into it for more information?
Yes, absolutely. Look here. This query has a huge limit. It takes a long time to return the results, and the UI is timing out on catalog service.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that issue before. That must be a new problem. Can you compare it to a trace that succeeded?
Sure. Let's pick a successful trace. This one succeeded because the query had a small limit. It was fast, so there's no timeout. As a good practice, I suggest we add a sensible limit to the queries to avoid this.
Wow, that was awesome. So, did I understand correctly that the application status dashboard tell us which services look bad? And from there, we can list the traces and drill down to a single trace. So, in the trace view, we can see which spans took long and also why. So it turned out that the database query was slow because the limit was huge in the select query. So the database was trying to return a lot of records instead of just a few ones. And that's why it is slow. So I guess it's easy to fix. We just need to check what happened with the limit.
Yeah, this was great. I mean, I think it's much better than SSHing to production.
Now, what if you found this problem before it became a problem? Let's add an alert to Tanzu observability, specifically for the catalog service. Because we now know it gets slow due to the database query. You can do this in the application map view again. Just create an alert for the service here. If the duration is high enough, let's make sure the engineers are notified. Great! We already have an alert target group that notifies all three of you. Now the next time you will get a notification as soon as the catalog service is slow.
Wow, you really saved the day. Thank you so much, Shavindri. And no wonder they call you the expert.
I know. But just follow these steps and any Spring Boot app will work well with Tanzu observability. You will not need to keep people from getting their dinner or waking them up in the middle of the night.
Speaking of which, Marcin, thanks for joining, but please go back to sleep and stop SSHing into prod. And I'm going to go warm up my noodles again. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Shavindri and Jonatan.
I don't know about you all, but SpringOne is on right now. So I might actually watch a few sessions. And knowing these Spring folks, they might just announce a new project. Maybe called Spring Observability? Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Camera's rolling.
Okay.
Are we rolling?
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
I just dropped off Zoom, that's okay, right? I can't hear anyone else.
No. No. No, 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 no.
The ASCII rocket.
Very nice, guys.